poisons, and virtues of your predominant elemental type? At the moment of our birth, prevailing cosmic and telluric energies affect our personality, seeming to transcend our genetic makeup and upbringing. For this reason, we all tend to be one predominant element type: wood, fire, earth, metal, or water. The 5 predominant types, which I talk about in the daily snippet on my YouTube channel, are wood, which is the pioneer, the visionary, independent lifestyles and need to control our own futures. The poisons are anger, frustration, anxiety. The virtues are patience, forgiveness, and kindness. Fire, the lover and the protector of the heart. Optimistic, focused on matters of the heart. Concerns for others. The poisons, overbearance, exuberance. The virtues, politeness, open-heartedness. Earth, the nurturer, provider of unconditional love. Steady source of love and support. Attractive in their balance and grounding. The poisons are blame and overwhelm. The virtues, integrity and nurturance. Metal, the spiritual alchemist, graceful and elegant, with a lithe of energy, love, solitude, serenity, and reverence. The poisons, grief, sadness, agitation. The virtues, discernment of right and wrong. Water, the sage or childlike explorer, plumbs the depths of life, a slower rhythm and a great listener, the art of being a lover. Poisons, annoyance, fear, and worry. Virtues, wisdom and inner peace. Being in the season of water, it's time to restore our innate wisdom, getting in the flow, being at peace down to our soul. For more insight and to add energy medicine to your healing practice or your daily routine, visit tonyad.tv/Fido-5 or email info@tonyad.tv, and I will see you on the other side. Ashe, ashe, ashe.
Inshallah and ashe. We are in the season of fire. A little blurb there on the end, but divine will's blessings to you and for you on this fantastic mystical Monday, moving through the season of the moon. Have you really found yourself that you're nurturing your feelings, emoting them maybe more in the waves of your past moon's intentions? So this week ends with a new moon in Cancer. It feels to me like it's going to be a moon that really reflects a new attitude towards how we feel in our day-to-day activities out into the world, our environment. Our sacral center is illuminated. It's in the high tide. It's a wishing well, a celestial wishing tree. And did you know that the sacral and the solar plexus are really the only two energetic centers that are a little bit topsy-turvy-ish? I'll get into that later, but in the feminine and the masculine. And have you felt the presence of Archangel Gabriel by chance? So the Cancer new moon, the meditation will be up soon, vitally soon, energetically soon. But with that, you are listening to the weekly energetic snippet. Once again, I am your host, the Tonya D. I'm a practicing holistic shaman medium, an otherworldly life coach, a subtle energetic surgeon, and a reflector by design. Following the lunar energies through the seasons, the celestial heavenly bodies with the gates and human design. I do call myself a holistic Sha medium, which is just a choreography emerging of them all, mapping out the 4 pathways plus, one design at a time. I'm here to show you who you are, why you have arrived on the planet at this very unique time. Through gift and purpose, we all have it. Part of our grimoire. And if you are new to my show, my channel, please subscribe, ring the bell to alert other celestial lunar beings that resonate with my frequency, upcycling the algorithm as we evolve our inner glimmer, radiating our brilliance for all the world to see. Of course we are, right? I also have a unique membership mentorship offering that I have online that you can delve into at your own time in your own timeline, I guess. The Shaman's Healing Academy. That's the Sha in the medium. You cannot make this shift up. That's literally kind of where it came from. It's kind of a side note. It's an online grimoire. It's a library of all of my intuitive offerings for an introductory offer of only $3.99 for the first 30 days. And then after that, it's $19.99. And I do see it as an online virtual coven, kind of a spiritual kind of ministry in a way, a shamanic coven, a sacred gathering space is what a coven is. It's designed so that we all can share our instinct, our magic, our gift, purpose, whatever that is for all of us. Gift and purpose are a collaboration that really go together. So what's inside this online virtual library where you can learn at your own pace, your own frequency? The Energy Body Demystified, which is a foundational offer for beginners if you're new to energy healing. Change your stars if you feel you are proficient or possibly a master intuitive, including voices and secrets of the other world. Origins Revolution. I like to see it as a grimoire where I continually add to it, thought-provoking and staying curious. Ritual insights through indigenous spirit technologies of Africa. Access to all of my Spill the Tea parties and the replays, my live shows. For example, I will say June's Spill the Tea, my monthly live show, was all about the phases of the moon, your moon phase, moving through the moon phases, not just of the month, but also of the year. July Spill the Tea is going to be all about being heart-centric, the sun, the star that I ultimately believe we are, plus other musings and magic. But the Coven is an online community off of social media. It's a private social space within the Shamanic Healing Academy. And being a seer of the unseen, I see things differently as I follow the goddess of the night and just mapping out our emotional field through the etheric highway, the channels of the gates in human design, daily rituals, lunar rituals, even sun ones, animals, elementals. There's so much juice there. But feeling into your own natal moon as the tides of the seasons change is a really kind of a cosmic offering. I like to stay curious, as I hope you do too. And again, if you haven't, please subscribe. Subscribe here on YouTube for my weekly show, ring the bell there. So it's time to kind of take my watch times out into the infinite. New subscribers, birthing, it's our birthright. Just share with your friends so we can boost up this algorithm. It really is our time to divinely shine and glimmer to a new angel number each week. And also subscribe to Spill the Tea, my Musing podcast show, my monthly live show. The reason you want to subscribe is because Spill the Tea is actually always on the third Friday of each month. I send out an email. It's through Zoom, but it's also in the online coven, multi-streaming is what I want to say there. It's always at 11:30 a.m. Mountain Time. If you're wanting to catch the replays, they're also always in the Shamanic Healing Academy under Spill the Tea. So subscribe to really make your inbox glimmer. The live link is sent out through email the day before and also 15 minutes before I do go live. Usually the same link there. But be sure to check your spam so you don't miss out on a show. Now, Reflector's guidance this week really marks a cosmic powerful shift. We have the new moon taking us out into the weekend, flowing forward. So it's time kind of like a emotional revival, a renewal, a recalibration. It's water. Just washing away the waves of the past so we can birth the new, the bubbling spring, so we embrace fresh new beginnings. So go back to the first of the two capricious strawberry full moon, that one. So this new moon kind of sits kind of hurtled in the center of the two is kind of what I say, hurtling, offering us a time to reflect and contemplate and just really get in touch with what we feel, our emotional foundation. Like, what have we been releasing? What are we cultivating in our own kitchen? And being that Cancer is the sign of the good mother, deeply nurturing and intuitive water signs, right? It's an invitation for us to really connect with our inner child, that childlike wonder. So go ahead and look to the house that Cancer is on the cusp of in your natal chart. or not actually. So this may be the space where you feel most at home at or in, where possibly you crave more security, which is interesting. But this week brings us some satiating energy to nourish the seeds of optimistic growth. But today, I will say, the moon is in the season of Taurus. So this is more of a sensual energy, being a divine time to place ourselves first. It's our prime directive. It's the energy of that, and just embodying and honoring our body, our spirit, our mind, our soul, all of it with personal joy, streams of joy. Indulging in those sensuous kind of activities, luxury foods, massage, touch, really. Witchy girl yoga. It's up the road here from me. But Taurus is like a slowing down. It's the simmering pot. Taking in the sights and just really getting ready to just simply feel amazing. Don't be overly smotherly or overly affectionate, I'll say. Sometimes that's a buzzkill. It kills the buzz. So with the sun in the season of the good mother, Cancer, and the moon in Taurus, this combination can feel overly protective, like mama bear, spirit mama, comfort foods, overindulging to feel comforted or comforting to others. So just be mindful of overeating while you eat, and like, what are you overeating of? So a feeling like the habits. Cancer is also the habit. We usually eat out of avoiding a feeling. Then we move into our intellect. There we go, the Gemini moon, which I am a Gemini. My son's got a Gemini moon, I'll say, for Wednesday and Thursday. So we're going to be intellectualizing what we feel and really get ready for some stimulating conversation, communication, storytelling. Plus Jupiter's in the mix, so it's going to add the extra burst of adjectives and sensual kind of intellectual ideas just brimming in. Vibrant, stimulating conversations, connections. Talk about what you feel, definitely. And take time, give space to your emotions, to your feelings. Put your emotional foundation and your well-being first through all kinds of connection and communication. Talking it out with your friends and social connections, creative writing, channeling, automatic writing. You get the gist. Go out and just meet new people, be in a new crowd. Social gatherings are definitely percolating with the 4th of July as well. So we've got this conversation. But be aware of your solar plexus, the gut senses. The moon in Gemini is our solar plexus getting activated. So there's no need to feel insecure around our intuitive insights and our gifts. Really trusting ourselves, our knowing, claircognizance, along with our higher self. There's no need for validating. We don't need others to validate what we're feeling. I always like to ask my guides, is this me or is this them? It's this constant conversation, but really tuning into our intuitive sensors. That's the key to attuning to ourselves, our own harmonics, our own sound bite, if you will. And then we move into the new moon, of course, Cancer, the new moon, right? Late on Thursday and into the weekend. We get a double whammy. We get this emotional high. It's like a double hit. It's kind of what it feels like. So you may go into the space of solitude, memories, inward, nurturing your soul, your spirit, and even your body. Family traditions, loved ones, reflecting, often through food, barbecues, hot dogs, baseball, those kinds of things, right? Traditional childhood events that you used to do, our ancestors. But trust your spirit and also trust your intuition. Go with the waves, the ebbs and the flow of the moon. The moon is about flowing, river ways flow, trusting the process as much as the journey. And also tune into the moon meditation. That'll be out soon. So on the menu, what I have happening, of course, we've got the moon meditation. Be sure to check that out. If you've subscribed, you'll get the notification. But Gift in Purpose, August 10th, I'm super stoked to bring this to the forefront again. It's an online webinar. I talk about the elementals, the 12 elementals plus more, numerology as well, the subtle bodies, the celestial energies, And if you're confused about your gift or your purpose, or both, they go together, starting at your base note, if your soul is calling to join me in a webinar for gift and purpose, August 10th, the price does go up August 1st. But I do also have cowrie shell divination. So if you're a little confused, totally schedule a cowrie shell divination. Use the code BELIEVE33. I was actually going to stop that today, but since it's on my channel, I'll remove that probably for the new moon. Let's go for that. So this offer will end July 5th. Yep, I'm going with that. But if you're feeling like you do need more of a private session, a one-on-one for some clarity, whether it's around career, relationships, your gift and purpose, could be your home. Maybe you're going through an identity crisis, a label crisis, identity, right? I do give rituals as prescriptions for my divination. They really come from the otherworldly medicine cabinet. It really does go well with gift and purpose beforehand or after, just for some inner self-discovery online, just mapping all of this out, the elementals. But gift and purpose is actually the foundation to the elemental pathway. If you join me for that, they do go together. You have to build the foundation, right? But we also cycle through the seasons, just like nature. We're a part of that. The sun, the heavenly frequencies, just playing and creating out on the earth plane, creating with co-creator. And if you haven't yet taken the Change Your Stars quiz, that's also a foundation. I would highly recommend that you start with that, honestly. And then join me for Gift and Purpose, the live event, besides a cowrie shell divination as well. So this is where we dive into the subtle energies. It may be the environment. It could be the people that you surround yourself with. Sometimes we get in the habit of dimming our light so we don't make others uncomfortable. Usually what's in the way could be a lesson or getting the memo. I know I always look at the universe and be like, oh, got the memo. Thanks for that. I do it all the time. So maybe you're becoming more aware of the memo. And then the Chinese 4 pillars of destiny, I utilize that to map out your elemental design. It's kind of a forecast as we go through time and space. Your own unique Chinese biorhythm. Energetically, we all receive telltale signs all the time, but what goes on inside the body actually shows up at the level of the skin. That's why I work with an energetic skincare line, so I can show you all of these things along with some insights. And really tuning into your body, attuning and aligning with your own biorhythm, your frequency, your own harmonics. Sometimes they get out of tune. I also like to check out your home's energetic frequency vibration. That comes in the directions. If you're curious more, gift and purpose, I'm going to dive deeper this time for that. So besides cowrie shell divinations, I have other offerings, but this is where we dive into the subtle energies and other items like that. And in the directions of different space, as we move through time and space, we're finishing up the season of the horse. We're going to be moving into the season of the goat, which is an entire southern direction. Foods change, some are eating watermelons, stuff like that. They all come through different time space. So I really incorporate all of the elementals in the home front for the body, all kinds of things through these telltale signs, and they send messages. And the chakras, I would say, it's kind of a merging of all the things all in one. But really listening to our bodies and the harmonics of our soul and our spirit kind of is a balancer there. So yeah, I usually, if I can't figure it out in the body, then I go to the home of the moon. But with this pack, the home, go from the body into the home, the moon. That's because the moon's on my mind. It's time to use the power of the moon to access what we feel along with our personal Chinese biorhythm. So we all receive signs all the time through the body, the skin, sound, subtle touches, and the unique language, gives us different vital insight, whether it's health, wealth, career, relationships. It's all the things. These all really work together. But either way, just listen to your body. And when we give our body, soul, and spirit an energetic tune-up, that's when we get a vibrational tune-up, just like an instrument. You can't have one without the other. And sound healing is predominantly getting out there, right? It's a great way for tuning us up, as well as using light. So besides the celestial energies and podcasts, which I have been very laid back on this year, I will say, I do both new and full moon meditations, radical rituals sometimes, along with my energetic weekly show. But on the elemental highway this week, since that was kind of a lot, we've got a young fire tiger of a day, a Bing Yin. This is a great energy. I don't know if you can feel it, but a young fire tiger. So the branch feeds the day and the month, the branch feeds the day and the month, the fire elemental there. Water elemental, water to reflect. So we can use real water, mirrors, wind chimes, fountains, pools, rivers, lakes. It's movement. So there's a lot of light surrounding us on this energy of the fire today. And the sun shines upon everything it touches. That's how I see the sun. And yang fire is actually associated with the sun. So it's benevolent. It's generous. It never stops sharing and shining its light. So the yang fire of the day, coming from the heavenly frequency, the heavenly universe, along with the horse month, is guiding us to really stay illuminated. We've got yang and we've got yin, illuminated in the light within the tiger. And the tiger feeding our day is igniting a growing mindset. So it really is fitting for this new moon coming. Like a wise tree on the ear plus the tiger, we are being guided to not only think, but also to dream. Dream galactic, dream bigger than ever before. Known as the traveling star movement, there's a lot of excitement in the air. So it really is wise to be physically active today, especially if you feel restless with the energy that's happening for us. The energy of today is actually success. So I hope you can feel it as well. I know I can feel it. So this really is a magical energy. It's the tiger and the horse are part of a fire trine. So it's like the giddy up and the go. So focusing on relationships, partnerships, projects, or you could bring to motion, take an action, stating your future successes, like invoking it. Or the chi and the vital energy as well is very vibrant with this day, both productive, innovative. It's a producing energy. It's also receptive of success. So it all just goes together. And if you are traveling around, whether it's by car, plane, boat, whatever, you may find that everything is smooth, productive, successful. That's what the traveling star does. So with the energy being strong, all that fire is really lifting our day, illuminating and vibrating for success, whatever that looks like for each of us. Lifting our spirit, fire. Activating our inner joy, fire. To really raise our frequency. Illuminating the star we are. So ultimately, engage in what brings you joy or the most joy activation. I like to see them as the joy molecules. Sounds like a very joyous day, doesn't it? I so feel it. So it is. So keep sharing your light, your gifts, and really stoke the fires within. The more we share the gift and the gift is received, the more it is returned, right? It's the wishing tree and the wishing well. So joy in abundance is really felt. So exude it out there so it can be exuded and returned. The messages this week, I went with the elemental oracles, actually. So let me just switch this up a bit. I'm getting better, can you tell? And by the way, let's just move that right there. That looks okay, right? Let's go back. Don't you love? You can tell I'm just doing these live. Okay, the elemental oracle. Oh, this is awesome. We've got the West. This one does remind me of a percolating brain. Sorry, my light's on there, but you get the idea. The West. So the West is all about contemplation. It's also contemplating how far we've come is kind of what I sense and feel. Like what intentions need to be rewritten? Do you rewrite your intentions for your moon when the moon is birthing something, rewriting the intentions? the cycles of the moon, and being in the flow, endings, completions for new beginnings. That's where we're at. It's the cardinal west. It's the setting sun. And many cultures use the west, so it's often linked to death, helpful people, mentors, the underworld. Also balance, I feel the energy of both Libra and Scorpio. I would probably bring in a little Virgo as well. But it's the afterlife, things that lead to being enlightenment, wisdom, calling in the Western direction to really purify the sacred spaces, the guardians of the West, protective energies, all of that. So I think it feels great, and I like the puzzle there in the mind. So it's like a puzzling mind where things come together. Then on Terrific Tuesday, Mars Day, we have gravity. Oh, which I love gravity as well. Gravity is also groundedness. The gravity of it all within the groundedness is kind of what I feel like. And the 39, I'm not so sure you can see that, but this is putting into action a belief. Something you believe in is being actually initiated, possibly from the world of spirit. I don't know about you, but I invoke spirit, do a ritual every day, feeling the fun, right? The joy molecules within it, sparking our own divine heart. So it's time to ground our perspective. Mass, matter, energy to matter. Gravity's a natural force. It causes all things like energy to matter, like to be attracted to each other. Opposing forces, duality. Even the book Power versus Force, I believe that's what it's called. Yeah, power, authentic power. Breathing, putting our awareness in our feet. Breathing into the earth star, literally. Asking gravity to do its thing. It really is amazing, and I just realized the moon's going to be in Taurus, so that really is grounding us into the sensual energies of the earth. That's going to bring us the streams of magic when we do that. And then on Wizardry Wednesday, we have storms, which who doesn't need a great storm? I love the smell of a good storm, right? That's Mercury's day as well, but storms are cleansing out our thoughts, our inner knowing. That's the 23. So who doesn't love a great storm? I love storms. It really awakens all the senses and the vibrations. It kind of is like shaking the cosmic rug, if you will. It raises our energies. It blows away what no longer, like whatever we don't need. So something is brewing. It's coming to a dramatic head. Like when you first feel the storm clouds coming together, it's cleansing our bodies and just letting go of what we feel we no longer need, but also being specific in what we are releasing. I think this is great to have right before a new moon, just saying. Watching the skies, the clouds, thunder, lightning, all the things from the cosmic highway, right? So it's often inspiring to just watch the clouds form and the images we create, not including, of course, the smells, right? The taste of it. That's what I do. I can always taste and smell a storm coming before it's actually arrived. And usually within a few hours, it's like there. So we all experience a different sensation of feeling during these intense storms, vitally, right? Just coming to a head, coming to the forefront. Along with this incredible calmness, this peace, this purity that kind of is replaced with, it's just fresh, it's cleansing, right? So storms carry a lot of energy through movement, also power, the power of forces. I will say a lot of shamans or witches, I'll go with shamans, channel this energy into workings and rituals. Standing in a place and just plugging into the energy of the storm, the longitude, the latitude, I'll say. So it's an amazing way to really charge our own bodies and our batteries with vital energy, even practicing and holding, directing elemental energies. That's what shamans are doing. They're called weather shamans, where they can command forces. Then on Jupiter's day, which is the 4th of July here, we've got oceans, not Ocean's 11. We've got Ocean's 30, which I'll take Ocean's 30 on Jupiter's day, the galactic ocean. But it says bravery. So this is trusting in what we believe and protecting our beliefs. It's also time to go out, explore, move forward, change our trajectory, step out in some unfamiliar territory, do something different, be courageous, brave. It's bravery. So you may experience a fearful moment. Fear kind of is false evidence affecting our reality, where someone close to us has a hidden side, a deep secret. They're deep in those oceanic waters. So it really is a great idea to just be mindful of this in any decision we make. The ocean is vast. There's a lot of unknowns in those waters. Unknown and unseen things, I want to say. And we do know a bit about the life living on land, right? I'm thinking of pioneers landing. But we do know very little about the ocean, what goes on in those big waters. But we're a part of water, not just embodied, but the ocean, the planet, right? So if we were to look at all the amazing oceanic discoveries happening right now, I see the galaxy as a big ocean water as well. Space and the ocean, kind of the same thing, but a different label in a way. So it's time to go exploring, navigating the oceans. And the oceans have so much richness, so much beauty, so much elegance in different forms, whether it's the fish, marine life. I'm thinking of corals and all the things. There's an entire existence of marine life that influences everything from our weather to where we build, to where we settle in, our creature comforts. I'm thinking of Vikings. I'm waiting for Valhalla to come out, season 3. The Vikings there and their ships. It's just amazing. And I love the white here. It reminds me of Purple Rain in a way, even though it's white, because it's reminding me of the doves. But, to have an intimate relationship with water, the stars, to navigate waterways, the path. Water sustains us. We travel upon water. We can learn a lot from water. We can invoke in water. It's actually part of our DNA, our codes. And often, we overlook the vital energy, the importance of water, because we're too busy. And if we don't see it, it doesn't exist. So we disconnect from the energy of water. Water is an element. Water births us. Water's become kind of a trashing dump storage. I don't know, pollution. I just remember seeing these kids that are creating these amazing ocean cleaning gadgets that are so fantastic. They're really amazing, really. But this is all about things being birthed and cleaned up to the oceans that we're also a part of as well. And they're polluting, once we destroy the watery world, the habitat of the fish, and even the other beings that are there. And we know that without the ocean, water, we can't exist. Nothing on the planet can exist. So utilize the energy of ocean, the magic water, with our movements and flow, prosperity, and also emotional balance. It's part of Neptune, which is off on holiday right now. That was a lot to just get to Neptune. And then on Fantastic Friday, which is Venus's day and the new moon. So this is a bubbly one. Oh my goddess, I've not had this before. It's the biome. I guess I could have been holding those up. My apologies. The biome, it's its own ecosystem within an ecosystem. Seriously, I'm thinking of this one doctor that was on during the experience. But we have the biome, which is all about connection. This is an otherworldly connection, a connection to an otherworldly frequency energy, something that we can decide on, but it's going to come through a feeling, even something we can commit to, committing to a new way of feeling. But it's all vibrational energy that attracts like. But it's about the whole circuitry, the greater sum of all the parts in movement. So we're kind of being asked for synergy, synchronicity, and just being aware of not just our own needs, but the needs of others, because we're all part of the system. We're all part of the whole, the echoing system. So this is about, I would say, navigating the streams and working together closely within community and connection. And biomes, they're not ecosystems. They actually contain ecosystems. They're large areas of the earth based on a variety of things, temperature, altitude, latitude. I'm thinking of longitude, geology, soil, all the things really. And it contains animals, plants, bacteria, people, everything that is in within. And it has its own unique ecosystem. I even remember doing a ritual with trees with Melodoma and just connecting with the biome just of a tree. Oh my goddess. That's all connected within this space, a space within a space. So biomes can take up both large and small areas, arenas, and we are within a container on the earth plane. I often see humans as ants. That's been a weird thing lately for years. However, the earth is her own cosmic energy as well, her own beingness, who also has an awareness. So all parts are important to the entire whole and to the container, the village. It's this morphing energy. And biomes, the human biome even, I'm going to go back to the skin, even on our skin has its own biome, its own frequency, its own energy. And everybody has skin. Skin is a protective layering. But on the skin, we have dead skin cells. We've got water. We have debris that create this entire world all just on the skin as its own biome. That's how fascinating this is. And we're all made of biomes. I wish I could remember the doctor's name. I can see him, but I can't remember his name. So on the earth biome, everything's fitting together. So it's this giant puzzle piece and these fractals that come together, which actually reminds me of the first card we had, the West, that has like the puzzle piece. So by the end of the week, our biome is going to be put together. That's kind of what that feels like, right? Little fractals, threads, pulling one thread string at a time can literally affect the whole, the health of another thread stream. I find that curious going from oceans and gravity. So we started in the West where we are knowing that things are literally coming to a completion. And then we move into gravity with the moon in Taurus so we can ground into the earth plane. And then we have a storm brewing, cleansing all the things, the battlefield of our mind. Then we have the ocean where we go exploring, going into new frontiers. Feels pretty Neptune-like to me anyway. And then we finish with the biome, knowing that we are the soul and the archetype and the ecosystem of the all. I feel like this is pretty fantastic. Be sure to catch the new moon meditation, emotion, or your own feeling style. Connect with your natal moon and literally pay attention to what phase the moon is in during the moon's season. I find that that's going to be very curious for us. And then the mystic message for the week. Let me do a little switchy swapper. There we go. Switchy swapper. Oh, opportunities. Where is my little... Oh, there we go. Oh my God. I love this picture. So the mystic message this week I went with, I feel a new attitude coming or brewing. It kind of feels like it's brewing in the storm and the clouds, a new biome, right? Kind of feels that way. I'm going with a new feeling biome in its own cosmic soup. But make it fantastic and join me this Friday for mini cowrie shell divinations. Tonya D on Facebook. I do those every Friday. And with that, ashe, blessings.